Hi, my dear Taurus. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Lucy the Antigua Tarot, and my name is Lucy, and I'm glad that you're visiting me this month. I do have your reading for the month of July 2016, so let's take a look at it. All right, my dear Tauruses, friends, so here is your spread. It's a 9-card spread, as always. In your center, we have your most important energy, which represents you generally, okay? And all the cards that are around it are energies that are influencing your center. At your center, you have the Seven of Swords. Coming into the reading, you have the Ten of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. And these are the energies that are crowning your reading. Then you have in the center, on each side of your Seven of Swords, on one side, on the right side, you have the Six of Cups. And then here on the left side, you have the Devil. And then at the bottom with the foundation, your new foundation, or perhaps the support system, you have the King of Wands, you have Temperance, and you have the Ace of Cups. Really great cards, okay? So you do have 3 Wands, the 10, the 3, and the King, which is fire energy, okay? And then you have also 3 Cups, in reality 4 if we think of the Temperance, the Knight, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and then you have Temperance, which is also dealing with cups, and that's emotions, okay? And then you have 1, which is Swords, which is at your center. You have 2 major arcanas, the Devil and Temperance. And you have, let's see, 2 court cards, the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful cards, beautiful spread. So we're going to start right now with your center, your Seven of Swords. So this Seven of Swords implies youthful folly or the ignorance of youth. So we know that a sword is a dangerous instrument. We know that they're sharp. You can cut yourself or do damage to other people. A sword then is dangerous unless it's under control. It can be an instrument of defense as well as an instrument of attack. So a sword is okay if it's in the right hands. But if you look at this image and the way he is walking, okay, and how he's looking behind him, and the way he's holding the swords, it's saying the proper control is lacking in this picture and with this particular card. Okay, it even looks like he's having difficulty holding on to these swords, and he can't take them all with him. 2 of them he's leaving behind. So you might want to think about the idea of control, my dear Tauruses. Okay, the proper control, the adequate control when this card comes up. With young people, things can get out of control because there is no adult supervision, and there isn't enough experience to know the difference, to judge, to be able to judge well in situations. When this card comes up, you ought to pay attention to what is going on and be extra careful that you've thought about what can go wrong in a situation. So make sure if things begin to get out of hand that you have safety procedures in place and that you will begin to act appropriately when the time comes, that you know what to do. So it might be telling you to do that, to be prepared. You know, there is a Buddhist teaching, I believe, about the undisciplined mind that says the undisciplined mind creates its own prison. And so the idea is if you aren't careful about the thoughts you think, you can bring about difficult situations. So consider the following this card is telling you. Monitor your thoughts during the course of one day and just make a note of how many thoughts come into your mind that are problem thoughts, that are negative thoughts. Okay, and and ask yourself: are they thoughts from the past that you keep reliving over and over again, or are they thoughts of someone's criticizing someone else, for example, and they kind of just stick to your memory? And instead of dismissing them, okay, instead of dismissing them, what this is telling you is to yeah, well, I'm sorry. Yes, dismiss them, of course. Instead of keep going over and over into the habit of thinking these thoughts, dismiss them and replace them with thoughts of harmony. You go over and over it, reliving the moment. So try replacing them with good thoughts of harmony. Okay, so with this card for this month, it's saying monitor your thoughts and control your thinking. Think of it in terms of a thought that comes to you as a visitor. Do you want this visitor around? So don't let smelly old thoughts come in, and if they do, get rid of them as soon as possible. And that's what this card is saying. So maybe this is what's going on. Okay, also this card could be indicating someone who is being careful. He is leaving, but not because of negative reasons or because of illegal reasons. He's just being careful because sometimes you can give people orders or and they will they will obey, or you can say something to people and they'll cooperate, but sometimes you say something to somebody and you know they won't agree or cooperate with you. So instead of asking straight up for what you want, you might have to beat around the bush or approach the situation from a different angle because you can't ask them straight up. So you need to set up the right time to ask, etc. And maybe this is what's going on with you. Okay, so this is what this card is saying, and it is at your center. It is a general reading, and these are the three things that this card could be telling you. Okay, so the first thing is that think about control. Think about the idea of control, the proper control, and the adequate control. And that can pertain to just anything that's going on in your life right now that perhaps you feel you need to have more control of. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it's telling you that maybe you want to monitor your thoughts and control your thinking and replace your negative thoughts with harmonious and positive thinking. Or the third reason that maybe you are trying to approach somebody and you're trying to find the best way to do it, and that's why you're kind of like trying to find an alternative way of dealing with it. And that's what this card is saying for you this month. Okay, now coming into your reading, you do have the Ten of Wands. And this card is about being overburdened. You may be looking after a family member, or maybe you have, you're either looking after a family member, or maybe you have taken on too much at work. There is such a thing as too much too soon trying to just take on more than what you can handle. So remember that nothing is set in stone, and you can alleviate the burden if you wish by prioritizing and perhaps maybe organizing a little bit better. That's a suggestion, and that is the energy that's coming into you with this card with your reading for this month. So you can do and take care of everything that is important in your life if you prioritize and organize. Okay. Regarding love, maybe your partner is working too much, or you are, and not spending enough time with each other. So if you're in a relationship, it's telling you to, you need to spend more time together. So it could be because, this could be a rough time for you right now and it's difficult. So it just says to step back and release some of your burdens, okay? If you're in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship and all you're doing is working, maybe that's why you're not taking the time to meet people, okay? And that is the Ten of Wands. That's the energy that's coming in. So you're very busy, working a lot. You have a lot going on in your life. You're working way too much, perhaps, okay? So the card is telling you to prioritize, take some control of what's going on. Don't let don't let things get out of hand. Take some control and balance and do the things you need to do. Because and then you have the Three of Wands. And this card is all about stability and foundation. It's about the first beginnings of a foundation. Okay? So if you're having to, and it's crowning your center. So if you're having to kind of like maybe you're thinking too many negative thoughts, you're realizing that wow, maybe you need to start figuring out a way how you can replace some of those negative thoughts with positive thoughts, okay? Or maybe for you right now, um, you're trying to be really careful about how you act and how you plan your things, how you plan your time, and so you're maybe setting a foundation for that. Or maybe you're not spending enough time and you need to prioritize and get organized. So this is first beginnings of a foundation. Use your words to express to people how you feel. So you need to maybe let people know what's going on with you, especially a partner, somebody who's important in your life. And it also, you might be waiting for something to happen. You've been waiting for something for a while, and you're waiting for this to come in, okay? And so you are maybe perhaps feeling that you might be feeling a little insecure because of that, because it hasn't come in. And so you're kind of clinging to people that are close to you because you don't know what else to do and you're feeling insecure. That could be happening. So it's just telling you to be careful with that, to make sure you have your space and allow the people around you to have their space. Okay, it's saying that. Maybe you're just too focused on a project and you've been working really hard and you want to start this new project, and which is going to give you stability, okay? And you're just so focused on that that you're not spending time with the people around you, and you're not really paying attention to what's going on. And if you have children um, in your family, or pets, and you're not adequately taking care of them or paying attention to what's going on, or let's say you have adolescents around, or young adults, so that could be going on. It's also, yeah, because this card is also telling you to pay attention to your family, okay, not just your life partner. So something might be going on there. It might be related to your family, my dear Tauruses. Okay, so then you have the Knight of Cups. And this is a really, really wonderful card, the Knight of Cups. It is the it is definitely a really good cup card. It's one of the best. It's telling you that you're going to reach your goals. You're trying to work on this project. You're trying to set up a foundation because you've been working really hard. And it's saying that, yeah, you're going to reach this. You're going to reach the goals. Your love is just around the corner. So if you're single and you're looking for love, it's just right around there. It's close by. And if you're married or if you're in a relationship, whatever things you're planning together with your partner, trying to set up a nice solid foundation because you guys are just starting out, it's telling you that it's going to work out, it's going to be fine. Money is good also. You know where you come from and where you are going. You guys are very aware of what's going on. So maybe this center card is more about taking care of somebody because you also might be taking care of a family member, you know, and making sure that everything's okay, being prepared in case something goes wrong. You know, your reading could be about that. Or maybe there are kids around, you know, you're married and you have a relationship and you guys are know what you know what you're doing. You're working very hard. You know where you want to go, and you just need to kind of be, you know, be aware of what's going on with the young folks in your family. Okay, it could be saying that. And it's interesting because, and then you have the Six of Cups, and this Six of Cups is, you know, it's saying that you're spending too much time. That's one of the things it could mean is that you're spending too much time looking at your past. That you're daydreaming about your ex and you're daydreaming about the past, etc. But I think that maybe it could also mean that you have, you know, because cups are emotions and love, and there's children. There might be children in your family. You might have children, and maybe you're so busy working that you are not spending enough time with your children. And I think that the Knight of Cups is just a reassurance telling you, hey, you know, you're going to reach your goals, you know, but you have this in the center. So, you know, pay attention to this. And if you have kids, what, you know, keep an eye out on them because you're getting this card and you're getting the kids card. And then here you have the devil. And this is like obsessive behavior. Okay, that's what this generally means. Or it could be a person who is manipulative or who has a strong influence. And it's following your center and it's under your King of Cups, your Knight of Cups. Okay. So maybe you might be a little bit, you know, of a workaholic, maybe, my dear friends. You might be a little bit of a workaholic and you're working really hard, and that's not allowing you to spend enough time with family. So that's what might be going on. It's like maybe the tarot is telling you, okay, you know, don't work so much. Take some time to be with your family. Okay, it's mostly family. And then you have the King of Wands. And this is a male fire sign. So it can be either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone like them, someone with these characteristics. And this is a very strong-willed person, fearless, and a natural-born leader. This is somebody who's very fun-loving, very, very smart. Okay. This is somebody who inspires, very inspirational. Someone who is playful and has a, you know, a stroke of genius. in his artistic and business practices. So this is somebody, this is might be somebody, it could be somebody you know. Chances are that it is somebody you know. And this person is extremely gifted. So it's talking about creating strong bonds for future unity in your relationships. Okay, and I have a feeling that it's going to be in relationships with your family, because it says here that only the inspired may inspire. So bring the fun in and be the change you want to see in the world. So bring the fun in, bring the sun in. You know, you're working really hard. You have the devil who's telling you, okay, maybe you're being a bit, obsessive with work, and setting that foundation. And then it's telling you it's going to be fine. This is a mellow night. It's a waiting. It's okay to wait. Give it time. Give things time to come to work out. And then you have the temperance, which is all about balance, because you're juggling multiple things in your life, like all of us, not just one thing. So you have to balance all of these things. You know, it's about mixing and matching. Aim high and try to achieve all those things, which is, you are aiming high, you're working a lot, you're trying to achieve a lot. Okay, but it's also saying to pay attention to all those things that require your attention: home life, family life, profession, and money. So perhaps here what's lacking a little bit is the home life. Balancing everything and everyone and all the different roles we play in life and being our best in all of them really does take a lot of effort. But at the same time, we have to be realistic of how much we can actually handle and do. We try to do our best, but it's telling you here to be realistic. To not to try to achieve everything now. Give it time, be patient. Spend time with family. Something could be going on here because you have the Seven of Swords and you have the Devil. This is a general reading, and I can only tell you what the cards are communicating this month. But in the details of it, I think it's something that you need to, see how these messages apply to your personal life right now. So yes, be realistic in terms of setting your goals. Whatever it is here that you're waiting and that you're wanting to do, be realistic, because you do have these other things that are these other responsibilities, family. Okay, do your work and have a plan. Another card that's telling you to organize. Have a plan. Do your work, have a plan, and make sure that you can do everything that needs to be done. It's also telling you to look at the big picture and plan accordingly. So yeah, look at the picture. Your life, it's not just the work, it's everything else that's going on. Okay? And again, I think that all of us, we know this, but sometimes maybe we forget. Or we get so caught up in our own little detail focuses that we forget to kind of just step back and look at the big picture. And then it's also telling you to be positive. Okay, be positive and remember that you have time ahead to get everything done. Right? You have time to get stuff done. Doesn't all need to be done right now. It's impossible to do everything right now. Okay, so it's telling you to just, step back, look at the big picture, and kind of pace yourself, plan. Okay, and in the process, follow the advice of cementing your relationships, making them stronger for the future, you know. Um, it's also saying to be open to new challenges, but you might not be able to take all of them in right now. So you kind of like choose carefully. Yes, you have 10 wands. It's a lot of stuff going on. And you're waiting for something to come in that you've been probably working on and ready to get started. You want to start it. Okay? I'm not sure what that might be. Um, but yeah. But you do have some cups going on here. You've got these cups, which are emotions. And you also are coming in with your reading's coming out with the Ace of Cups. And that's a very good card. But going back to Temperance, it's telling you to seek what is truly important in your life. So do some reflection and listen to your instinct, to what is really important. Um, what was important last year might not be important today. And I think this card has come up quite a bit this month to a couple of the other readings that I've done. So, and it doesn't surprise me. July is a very busy month. There's a lot going on. The kids are on vacation. We still have to work, and that's when we do like family stuff, vacation, that kind of thing. We do vacations with the kids. And so, if you are, in a company of children, you need to kind of just be careful. Don't forget, the children, they sometimes they can get into mischief, and it might be they could get into some serious problems if we don't keep an eye on them. So that's really all that card is saying, my dear friend. Which is very good advice. And then you have your Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is a very, very good luck card. It's about new beginnings and new friendships, and it kind of makes sense if you're trying to cement relationships with your King of Wands. So this card is all about trust, love, openness, happiness, contentment, sharing and caring, feeling love for work, finding happiness at work, finding honesty at work, which is key, is telling you. It is a good omen. A good omen if you're wanting to gain popularity. And maybe that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to gain acceptance and popularity at work, and you're getting a little obsessive about it. But still, you have this great card, and it's right underneath your devil, and you have the Knight of Cups crowning it. So this devil is probably not going to be here very long. You can just pretend that it's like okay, because it is obsessive behavior, but you've got like these really great positive cards following it. So you are going to regain your confidence, because maybe you are feeling a little bit insecure. Things aren't quite coming in like you expected. Okay, and so that's enough to make anybody feel insecure, right? Um, but you have the Knight of Cups, which is telling you know where you are and you know where you're going, and then you have this wonderful. So it's like you know what's going on. You just maybe a little obsessive, and if there are children, just be careful. Again, this is a general reading. It might not apply to everybody, but for some of you, it might. So it's telling you you're going to regain your confidence and you are going to get the recognition because of your hard work. So whatever it is you're waiting for is probably going to come in. And this card is also telling you to express yourself, express your feelings, express what's going on. There's going to be love and emotional fulfillment. You're going to find love. It is the Ace of Cups. So if you're single and you're looking for love, you know, it can happen. Be honest and caring. And it's saying love for work and finding love at work. So, you love your work if you're single, and it's saying love's around the corner, and it's probably at work with somebody you work with. All right. So you guys, there's your reading for the month of July 2016. Okay, I hope that it helps. I hope at least you found it entertaining if it's not resonating with what's going on in your life right now. It was a pleasure for me to bring this to you, and I hope you guys have a great month of July. See you in August. Bye.